Let's go Ravens! 3 distinct events have just unfolded, and at first glance, they may seem unrelated. But when you connect the dots, the picture is so clear it should put every Ravens fan on high alert. We're talking about a contract decision that could shape the future of the offense. A complete overhaul of the coaching staff that officially ends one era and begins another. And a league-leading superstar defensive player who has left the door slightly open, not wide open, but enough for something unexpected to happen. This isn't just noise. This isn't preseason chatter. These are fundamental moves. Before we go any further, I need you to do something. If you're truly a Baltimore Ravens fan, click the like button right now. Not halfway. Click with gusto. And in the comments, I want you to write, "The Purple Rain begins now." Let's see who's really guaranteed a spot in 2026. Without further ado, let's get to the point. According to the information released, Zay Flowers' fifth-year option projection for 2027 sits at around $28 million per Spotrac. Now, if you understand how first-round contracts work in the NFL, you know that teams have that extra year of control, but the price jumps significantly. In this case, the number would rise from his $4.46 million figure in 2026 to approximately $28.03 million in 2027. That's a major increase, no doubt. But here's why this is good news for Baltimore. That projected number is outside the top 10 wide receiver salaries in the league. So instead of rushing into a massive long-term extension that could place him among the very highest paid receivers, the Ravens would be buying time. And time matters. Over his first 3 seasons, Zay Flowers has delivered back-to-back 1,000-yard campaigns. That production is real. That consistency is real. But the debate remains, is he a true WR1, or is he a high-end 1B or elite WR2? The truth is, in some of the biggest moments, Flowers have come up short. The text references key fumbles, including the AFC Championship game in 2023. That's the kind of moment that sticks with a fan base. The stats look good on paper, but when the game is on the line, can you trust him to make the defining play? That's the internal question the front office has to answer before committing elite money long-term. The 5th-year option provides flexibility. It keeps a proven playmaker in the building without immediately resetting the market. Now let's move to the second wave of good news, and this one is organizationally massive. The Ravens coaching staff is officially finalized. The transition is complete. The John Harbaugh era is over, and the franchise is fully into the Jesse Minter era. It took 22 days from hiring to official announcement, but the structure is now locked in. Jesse Minter takes over as head coach. Declan Doyle steps in as offensive coordinator. Anthony Weaver becomes defensive coordinator, and Anthony Levine assumes the role of special teams coordinator. That core leadership group signals a strong defensive identity with calculated offensive development. Defensively, the staff leans heavily on young college coaches with proven developmental backgrounds. Lou Esposito arrives from Michigan to coach the defensive line. Harlan Barnett comes in from Duke. P.J. Volker joins as safeties coach from Navy. Mike Mickens comes from Notre Dame as quarterbacks and pass game coordinator on defense. The strategy is clear. Let Minter and Weaver handle scheme control while bringing in energetic developers who can maximize young defensive talent. On the offensive side, experience balances the youth at coordinator. Israel Woolfolk is the quarterback's coach. Eddie Faulkner takes running backs. Kerry Colbert joins from the Denver Broncos as wide receivers coach. Zach Grossi handles tight ends. Dwayne Ledford, formerly with the Falcons, steps in as offensive line coach and run game coordinator. Marcus Brady, last with the Los Angeles Chargers, becomes pass game coordinator. This is a staff built with purpose, youthful energy, developmental track records, and veteran structure where it counts. And then comes the third piece of positive intrigue. Max Crosby addressed swirling trade rumors and notably didn't shut them down. Reports have been flying. Jeremy Fowler stated Crosby isn't happy. Diana Rossini echoed that sentiment. Jason LaCanfora reported Crosby told Tom Brady he wouldn't be playing for the Las Vegas Raiders. When asked directly, Crosby focused on getting healthy and spending time with family, but he never declared loyalty to Las Vegas. He left the door cracked open, and that matters. For a Ravens team always hunting for elite defensive talent, that silence speaks loudly. He could have shut it down instantly. He didn't. In a league where leverage and timing are everything, ambiguity fuels opportunity. And this is where things start getting even more interesting, because when you zoom out and connect all 3 developments, you begin to see the blueprint forming right in front of us. The 5th-year option for Zay Flowers is not just a financial decision. It's a strategic pause button. The organization clearly values his production. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons don't happen by accident. That kind of consistency shows durability, route growth, and trust within the offense. But what the Ravens are doing here is protecting themselves from making an emotional decision based purely on yardage totals. Because championships aren't won on stat sheets, they're won in moments. The question surrounding Flowers isn't about whether he's talented. It's about whether he's the guy when everything tightens up. The text points directly to those high-pressure moments, including the fumbles in the AFC Championship game in 2023. That's not something you ignore. That's something you evaluate deeply before committing elite money. The fifth-year option buys one more evaluation season at a number that, while significant, is still more manageable than a long-term extension that would reset the market. And here's why that matters even more when you factor in the coaching overhaul. The Jesse Minter era is officially underway, and this staff is constructed with intention. Minter didn't just fill seats, he built layers. Anthony Weaver running the defense gives the Ravens a stabilizing presence. Declan Doyle stepping in as offensive coordinator signals a fresh offensive direction. And when you look at hires like Dwayne Ledford coordinating the run game and Marcus Brady guiding the passing structure, it's clear the offense is being retooled with balance in mind. That balance is critical if you're still evaluating whether Zay Flowers is a 1A or 1B type of receiver. A stronger run game structure, a more defined pass game coordinator role, veteran positional coaching like Israel Woolfolk at quarterbacks and Eddie Faulkner at running backs. These pieces influence Flowers' production and his opportunity to prove he can elevate in clutch situations. Now layer in the Max Crosby situation. Multiple reports indicated tension. Jeremy Fowler's reporting. Diana Rossini's reporting. Jason LaCanfora's comments regarding Tom Brady and the Las Vegas Raiders. And when Crosby finally addressed the rumors, he chose neutrality. He focused on health and family. He did not shut down trade speculation. That silence becomes strategic leverage for teams monitoring the situation. If Baltimore were to even explore that scenario, it would align perfectly with a defensive-minded head coach stepping into power. Jesse Minter inheriting Anthony Weaver as defensive coordinator and adding young developmental coaches like Lou Esposito and Harlan Barnett signals a franchise investing heavily in defensive identity. Adding a premier pass rusher in that context would be philosophical consistency. But here's the bigger picture. The Ravens aren't making reactionary moves. They're building optionality. Optionality with Flowers. Optionality with the coaching staff structure. Optionality if a star defender becomes available. That's how sustained contenders operate. They don't panic. They position themselves so when opportunity knocks, they can answer without mortgaging the future. And this is why 2026 feels like a pivot season. Not a rebuild. Not a reset. A pivot. The roster still has proven talent. The coaching staff is newly aligned and unified. The front office is maintaining financial flexibility instead of overextending early. Now let's bring this full circle, because when you step back and analyze everything together, you start to realize this isn't just a routine offseason, this is calculated groundwork. The projected fifth-year option for Zay Flowers gives the organization leverage. It protects flexibility while still rewarding production. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons prove he belongs in the conversation, but the unanswered question about performance in the biggest moments still lingers. Exercising that option isn't hesitation, it's intelligent evaluation. It says, we believe in you, but we're making sure. Championship teams make decisions with clarity, not emotion. Then you look at the coaching structure. The Jesse Minter era is official. The staff is filled. Roles are defined. Anthony Weaver anchoring the defense. Declan Doyle shaping the offense. Dwayne Ledford guiding the run game. Marcus Brady coordinating the pass attack. This isn't random hiring. It's structural alignment. Defensive identity. Offensive balance. Development-focused assistance. The organization didn't rush this process. They built it layer by layer. And then there's the Max Crosby situation. Multiple reports created momentum, and when given the chance to silence speculation, he didn't close the door. That matters. In this league, ambiguity creates opportunity. And Baltimore, historically, has always been prepared when opportunity appears. So what we're witnessing is a franchise staying disciplined. Financial flexibility with Flowers. Structural reinforcement with the coaching staff. Monitoring a potential elite defensive opportunity without overcommitting prematurely. That's not luck. That's positioning. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these developments excites you the most? Is it the flexibility with Zay Flowers, the fully established Jesse Minter coaching era, or the possibility, however uncertain, of a Max Crosby scenario developing? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Let's talk about it.